Today, we are going to talk about a very spiritual, peaceful, and heart-touching topic. Put God first. This topic is not only about religion. This topic is about the way we live. It is about the way we think. It is about the way we make decisions. It is about the way we handle fear, pain, confusion, success, failure, and the unknown future. Many people put everything first before God. They put stress first. They put money first. They put people's opinions first. They put fear first. They put their own plans first. They put the world first. And then, when their heart becomes tired, they remember God. But a peaceful life begins when we stop treating God like the last option. God should not be the person we remember only when life becomes impossible. God should be the first one we trust, the first one we talk to, the first one we thank, the first one we ask for guidance, the first one we surrender to. When you put God first, your life does not become perfect, but your heart becomes stronger. Your problems may not disappear immediately, but your fear becomes smaller. Your path may still be unknown, but you stop walking alone. Putting God first means saying, God, I do not understand everything, but I trust you. God, I cannot control everything, but I surrender to you. God, I do not know the future, but I believe you are already there. This is the beauty of faith. Faith does not mean you have no questions. Faith means you still trust God even when you do not have all the answers. And while watching this video, you can also practice your English listening with me. Listen slowly. Feel the meaning. Repeat peaceful words like God, faith, prayer, surrender, purpose, protection, strength, peace, trust, and guidance. If this video touches your heart and helps you grow spiritually, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay connected for more peaceful and meaningful lessons. Lesson 1. Surrender your plans to God. Every person has plans. We make plans for our future. We make plans for success. We make plans for family, work, dreams, money, relationships, and happiness. Planning is not wrong. Planning is good. But the problem begins when we hold our plans so tightly that we forget God. Sometimes we say, this must happen. This person must stay. This door must open. My life must go exactly this way. And when life does not follow our plan, we feel broken. We feel angry. We feel lost. We feel like everything is finished. But putting God first means understanding one deep truth. Your plan may be limited, but God's wisdom is not limited. You can see only today. God can see tomorrow. You can see only one road. God can see every road. You can see what you want. God can see what you truly need. That is why surrender is powerful. Surrender does not mean giving up. Surrender means giving your plans to God with trust. It means saying, God, I will work honestly, but I will not worship my own plan. I will try my best, but I will trust your timing. I will walk forward, but I will let you guide my steps. Many people think surrender is weakness, but surrender is not weakness. Surrender is deep spiritual strength, because it takes courage to say, God, I trust you more than I trust my own understanding. Sometimes God changes your plan because He is protecting you. Sometimes God delays something because you are not ready yet. Sometimes God closes a door because that door may destroy your peace. Sometimes God removes someone because that person cannot walk with your purpose. Sometimes God takes you through a difficult road because that road will make you stronger. At that time, you may not understand, but later you may look back and say, God was saving me. God was teaching me. God was preparing me. God was guiding me. Imagine a person praying for one specific job. They want it so badly. They think, if I do not get this job, my life will not move forward. But the job does not come. At first, they feel disappointed. They feel rejected. They feel confused. But after some time, another opportunity appears. A better one. A more peaceful one. A more meaningful one. Then they understand, God did not ignore the prayer. God answered with protection. This is surrender. Surrender means trusting God even when an answer is different from what you expected. So, make your plans. Work hard. Be responsible. Do your part. But do not put your peace completely inside your plan. Put your peace in God. Because plans can change. People can change. Situations can change. But God's presence remains. When you surrender your plans to God, you stop carrying life alone. You stop forcing every door. You stop breaking your heart over every delay. You begin to pray, God, if this is right for me, open the door. If this is not right for me, give me strength to accept it. If you have something better, prepare my heart for it. That prayer brings peace. Because a surrendered heart is not controlled by panic. A surrendered heart knows, God is still working, even when I cannot see it. Lesson 2. Understanding God's purpose. Many people ask, why is this happening to me? Why is my life so difficult? Why did I lose this? Why did God allow this pain? These questions are human. When life hurts, the heart looks for meaning. And sometimes we want God to explain everything immediately. But God's purpose is not always clear in the beginning. Sometimes purpose is hidden inside pain. Sometimes purpose is hidden inside waiting. Sometimes purpose is hidden inside rejection. Sometimes purpose is hidden inside a season you did not choose. This is hard to accept. But many times God uses difficult seasons to shape us. Not to destroy us, to shape us. A peaceful life does not come only from getting everything we want. A peaceful life comes from trusting that God can use everything for growth. Even the painful parts, even the confusing parts, even the silent parts. Understanding God's purpose means believing that your life is not random. You are not here by accident. Your pain is not useless. Your journey is not meaningless. Your life has value. Your soul has a calling. God can use your story for something deeper. Sometimes God's purpose is to make you stronger. Sometimes it is to make you humble. Sometimes it is to make you patient. Sometimes it is to move you away from the wrong path. Sometimes it is to teach you compassion. Sometimes it is to prepare you to help others. Imagine someone who goes through a very lonely season. They feel forgotten. They feel like nobody understands them. But during that lonely time, they start praying more. They start understanding themselves. They become more peaceful. They become more compassionate. Later, they are able to comfort other people who feel lonely. Their pain becomes wisdom. Their loneliness becomes depth. Their struggle becomes a message. That is how God can turn pain into purpose. But remember this. Understanding God's purpose does not mean you will understand everything instantly. Sometimes you understand later, sometimes much later, and sometimes you may not understand fully in this life. But faith says, God, even when I do not understand, I believe you are still good. This kind of faith gives strength, because if you believe your pain has no meaning, you become hopeless. But if you believe God can bring purpose from pain, you can continue. You can heal. You can grow. You can rise again. Do not judge your whole life by one difficult chapter. God may still be writing the story. The chapter you are crying in today may become the chapter that gives strength to someone tomorrow. So when life feels confusing, pray, God, help me understand what you are teaching me. Help me trust your purpose. Help me grow through this season. Help me become the person you want me to become. This prayer changes your heart, because instead of only asking, why me? You begin asking, what are you teaching me? That question brings maturity. That question brings wisdom. That question brings peace. God's purpose may not always be comfortable, but it is always meaningful. And when you put God first, you begin to see life differently. Not as random pain, but as a journey guided by divine wisdom. Lesson 3. Prayer for divine protection. Every day we need protection. Not only physical protection, we also need protection for our mind, protection for our heart, protection for our peace, protection from wrong decisions, protection from negative thoughts, protection from harmful people, protection from pride, protection from fear, protection from spiritual weakness. Many people think danger is only outside, but sometimes danger is also inside. A bitter heart can damage your peace. A fearful mind can stop your growth. A wrong desire can lead you away from God. A careless decision can change your direction. That is why prayer for protection is so important. When you pray for divine protection, you are saying, God, protect what I cannot see. Protect me from what looks good but is not good for me. Protect me from paths that may take me away from you. Protect my heart from becoming hard. Protect my mind from becoming weak. Protect my life with your wisdom. This kind of prayer makes you spiritually aware. You begin to understand that you do not know everything. You cannot see every danger. You cannot control every situation. But God can see what you cannot see. God can protect you from battles you do not even know about. Sometimes protection looks like a closed door. Sometimes protection looks like a delay. Sometimes protection looks like losing something you wanted. Sometimes protection looks like a person leaving your life. At first, it hurts, but later, you may understand. That was not rejection. That was protection. Example: imagine someone wants to be close to a certain group of people. They try hard to fit in, but somehow they are not accepted. They feel sad. They feel unwanted. But later, they discover that the group was full of bad habits, negativity, and wrong influence. Then they understand. God was protecting them from a path that could damage their life. This is why divine protection is not always obvious. Sometimes God protects you by removing things. Sometimes God protects you by not giving what you asked for. Sometimes God protects you by making you uncomfortable in the wrong place. Sometimes God protects you by giving you inner warning. So listen to your spirit. Listen to that quiet feeling when something does not feel right. Do not ignore every warning inside your heart. God can guide you through peace. And sometimes God can guide you through discomfort. Pray before you begin your day. Pray before making decisions. Pray before entering new relationships. Pray before choosing a direction. Pray when you feel confused. Pray when you feel weak. Prayer is not a small thing. Prayer connects your limited heart with unlimited God. A simple prayer can bring deep peace. You can say, God, protect me today. Protect my mind. Protect my heart. Protect my family. Protect my steps. Protect me from wrong choices. Protect me from unseen danger. Guide me toward what is good, and keep me close to you. When you pray like this, you do not walk carelessly. You walk with awareness. You walk with faith. You walk with peace. Because you know God is watching over me. God is guiding me. God is protecting me. And even when I do not understand everything, I am safe in His presence. Lesson 4. Strength to overcome challenges. When you put God first, it does not mean challenges will disappear. Life will still bring difficult days. You may still face pressure. You may still feel tired. You may still lose something. You may still wait for answers. You may still walk through seasons that your heart does not understand. But when God is first in your life, you do not face challenges with your own strength only. You face them with faith. And faith gives the heart a different kind of power. Not noisy power. Not proud power. Not the power that says, I can do everything alone. But quiet spiritual power. The kind of power that says, God is with me. I may be weak today, but I am not alone. This challenge is painful, but it will not destroy me. I can continue because God is holding me. Many people think strength means never crying. But that is not true. Sometimes strength means crying and still praying. Sometimes strength means feeling afraid and still trusting God. Sometimes strength means not understanding the road, but still taking the next step. Sometimes strength means saying, God, I cannot carry this alone. Please help me. That prayer is not weakness. That prayer is wisdom. Because the strongest people are not the people who pretend they need nothing. The strongest people are those who know where their strength comes from. Imagine a person going through a very difficult season. They are worried about their future. They feel pressure from family, work, money, and life. Every morning, they wake up with heaviness in their heart. But instead of giving up, they kneel down and pray. God, give me strength for today. Not for the whole year, not for the whole future, just for today. And slowly, day by day, God gives them enough strength to continue. This is how many people survive difficult seasons. Not because they are never tired, but because God gives them strength one day at a time. Remember this. God may not always remove the mountain immediately, but He can give you strength to climb it. God may not always calm the storm quickly, but He can give peace inside the storm. God may not always change the situation first. Sometimes He strengthens you first. And when God strengthens you, you become different. You stop seeing challenges only as problems. You begin to see them as training. Training for patience. Training for faith. Training for courage. Training for wisdom. Training for a deeper relationship with God. So when life becomes hard, do not say, God has left me. Say, God is teaching me to depend on Him more deeply. Do not say, this challenge will finish me. Say, God will give me strength to pass through this. Do not say, I cannot do this. Say, with God, I can take the next step. Putting God first means you do not let your problems become bigger than your faith. You may have problems, but you also have God. You may have fear, but you also have prayer. You may have weakness, but you also have divine strength. And sometimes, the challenge that you wanted God to remove becomes the same challenge that brings you closer to Him. Lesson 5. Life is short. Live for God. This lesson is very deep, because many people live as if they will stay here forever. They run after money. They run after attention. They run after approval. They run after temporary pleasure. They run after things that look big today but may not matter tomorrow. And slowly, they forget the most important question. What am I really living for? Life is precious, but life is also short. No one knows how much time they have. We make plans for years, but we only truly have today. We think we control everything, but one moment can change everything. That is why putting God first is so important, because a life without God can become busy but empty, successful but restless, popular but lonely, comfortable but spiritually dry. But when you live for God, your life receives deeper meaning. You do not only live to impress people, you live to please God. You do not only chase what is temporary, you seek what is eternal. You do not only ask what can I get? You also ask, how can I live with love, truth, kindness, and purpose? Living for God does not mean you must leave your daily responsibilities. It means you bring God into your daily life. You work with honesty. You speak with kindness. You treat people with respect. You forgive when it is hard. You help when you can. You stay humble when you succeed. You stay faithful when life is difficult. You choose what is right, even when nobody is watching. That is living for God. Example: imagine two people. One person lives only for praise. They want everyone to admire them. They want to look successful. They want to prove their value to the world. But inside, they are never peaceful. Another person lives quietly with God. They do their work honestly. They help their family. They pray. They forgive. They grow. They serve. Maybe the world does not clap for them every day, but their heart has peace because their life has meaning. This is a powerful truth. A life lived only for the world becomes tiring, but a life lived with God becomes meaningful. The world can give attention, but God gives peace. The world can give temporary success, but God gives eternal value. The world can praise you today and forget you tomorrow. But God sees even the quiet good you do when nobody else sees it. So do not waste your life only chasing things that cannot satisfy your soul. Yes, work hard. Yes, build your future. Yes, take care of your family. Yes, use your talent. Yes, improve your life. But do all these things with God in your heart. Let your life become a prayer. Let your actions become worship. Let your kindness become service. Let your discipline become devotion. Let your success stay humble. Let your pain make you closer to God, not bitter against life. Because one day all of us will leave this world. And when that day comes, the biggest question will not be, how many people praised me? How much money did I collect? How famous did I become? The deeper question will be, did I live with God? Did I love? Did I forgive? Did I use my life for something meaningful? Did I keep my soul close to God? Life is short, so do not wait too long to return to God. Do not wait until you are broken. Do not wait until you are old. Do not wait until everything fails. Put God first now, live for God now, walk with God now, because a life with God is not wasted. Lesson 6. Talk to God. You can talk to God, not only in perfect words, not only in special places, not only when life is terrible, not only when you need something. You can talk to God every day, in the morning, at night, while walking, while working, when you are happy, when you are confused, when your heart is heavy, when you do not know what to say. God is not impressed by beautiful words only. God sees the heart. That is why your prayer does not need to be perfect. It needs to be honest. You can say, God, I am tired. God, I am afraid. God, I need guidance. God, thank you for today. God, help me become better. God, forgive me. God, stay close to me. These simple prayers can carry deep power because they come from the heart. Many people think prayer must be long, but sometimes the most powerful prayer is short and honest. Sometimes one sentence from a broken heart is deeper than many beautiful words without feeling. Talking to God builds relationship, because faith is not only about asking, faith is also about connection. When you talk to God every day, your heart becomes softer, your thoughts become clearer, your spirit becomes calmer. You begin to feel that you are not alone in your life. You have someone to run to, someone to thank, someone to trust, someone to surrender to, someone who understands even the words you cannot speak. Example: imagine a person sitting alone at night. They have many worries, but they do not want to tell anyone. Their heart feels heavy. So they close their eyes and say, God, I do not know what to do. Please guide me. Maybe nothing changes outside immediately, but inside, their heart becomes a little lighter. They feel peace. They feel held. They feel that God has heard them. That is the beauty of talking to God. Sometimes prayer changes the situation. Sometimes prayer changes your heart first. And sometimes the changed heart gives you strength to face the situation. So do not talk to God only when you are desperate. Talk to God when life is good too. Thank Him for small blessings. Thank Him for food. Thank Him for breath. Thank Him for family. Thank Him for protection. Thank Him for another day. Gratitude makes your heart peaceful. Also, talk to God before making decisions. Before you say yes, pray. Before you walk into a new path, pray. Before you trust someone, pray. Before you react in anger, pray. Before you give up, pray. Prayer brings God into your choices. And when God enters your choices, your life becomes more guided. Remember this: you do not need to hide your real feelings from God. He already knows. You can bring your fear, your pain, your questions, your shame, your dreams, your confusion, your tears, your hopes. Bring everything to Him. Because God does not only want your perfect side, He wants your honest heart. So talk to God, not like a stranger, not like God is far away. Talk to Him like the one who knows your soul, the one who created you, the one who sees you, the one who loves you, the one who can guide you, the one who can give peace where the world only gives pressure. A person who talks to God daily does not walk through life empty. They walk with a hidden strength, a quiet peace, a deeper hope, and a heart that knows, I am heard. I am seen. I am not alone. Lesson 7. Let God lead your day. Many people wake up and immediately give their mind to the world. They check their phone. They think about problems. They remember yesterday's pain. They worry about tomorrow. They start the day with pressure before they even speak to God. And because the day begins with stress, the heart becomes heavy. But when you put God first, your day begins differently. You do not begin with fear. You begin with faith. You do not begin with panic. You begin with prayer. You do not begin by asking, what can go wrong today? You begin by saying, God, lead me today. This is a simple prayer, but it is powerful. Because when you ask God to lead your day, you are accepting that you do not want to walk by your own wisdom only. You want divine guidance. You want peace in your decisions. You want protection in your steps. You want patience in your reactions. You want love in your words. You want strength in your work. Letting God lead your day does not mean you do nothing. It means you do everything with God in your heart. You still work. You still study. You still plan. You still take responsibility. But you do not do it with a restless soul. You do it with a guided heart. Example: imagine a person who has a difficult day ahead. They have work pressure. They have family responsibilities. They have fear about the future. Normally, they would wake up and immediately feel stressed. But today, before touching the phone, they sit quietly and pray. God, guide my thoughts today. Guide my words today. Guide my choices today. Help me walk with peace. The problems may still be there, but now the person is not beginning the day alone. Their heart has direction. Their mind has peace. Their spirit feels supported. That is what happens when God leads your day. You begin to notice small things. You become slower to anger. You become more careful with your words. You become more peaceful in stressful moments. You become more thankful for small blessings. You become more aware of what is right and wrong, because your day is not controlled only by mood. It is guided by faith. So every morning, before the world enters your mind, give your heart to God. Before you carry your responsibilities, let God carry your soul. Before you make decisions, ask for wisdom. Before you speak to people, ask for kindness. Before you face challenges, ask for strength. A day that begins with God may still have problems, but it also has peace, and peace changes everything. Lesson 8. Do not chase things more than you chase God. Chase money, chase success, chase beauty, chase attention, chase approval, chase followers, chase comfort, chase status, chase people. And slowly, without noticing, the heart becomes tired. Because the soul was not created to be satisfied by temporary things only. Temporary things can give comfort, but they cannot give deep peace. They can make life easier, but they cannot fill the empty place inside the heart. That place belongs to God. There is nothing wrong with working hard. There is nothing wrong with having dreams. There is nothing wrong with wanting success. There is nothing wrong with improving your life. But the problem begins when those things become bigger than God in your heart. When success becomes your God, failure will destroy you. When people become your God, rejection will break you. When money becomes your God, fear will control you. When attention becomes your God, silence will hurt you. But when God is first, everything else finds its right place. You can work hard without worshiping success. You can love people without losing yourself. You can earn money without becoming greedy. You can build dreams without forgetting your soul. Example: imagine someone who wants success so badly that they forget peace, prayer, family, honesty, and health. They may achieve many things, but inside, they feel empty. Now imagine another person who also works hard, but keeps God first. They pray. They stay humble. They choose honesty. They help others. They do not sell their soul for success. Their journey may be slower, but their heart is safer. That is the difference. When you chase God first, you do not become lazy. You become aligned. Your goals become cleaner. Your decisions become wiser. Your heart becomes lighter. You stop asking only, "How can I get more?" And you begin asking, "God, what is right for me? What will bring peace? What will keep me close to you? What will make my life meaningful?" This is spiritual maturity, because a life without God at the center can become successful from outside and empty from inside. But a life with God at the center becomes peaceful even while growing. So ask yourself honestly, what am I chasing the most? What takes most of my attention? What controls my mood? What do I fear losing more than my connection with God? These questions are deep. They show the truth of the heart. Put God first, and then chase your dreams with clean hands and a peaceful soul. Because when God is first, blessings do not become idols. Success does not make you proud. Failure does not destroy your faith. And the world cannot easily steal your peace. Lesson 9. A life with God has peace. Even in problems, putting God first does not mean life becomes problem-free. It does not mean you will never cry. It does not mean every door will open immediately. It does not mean every prayer will be answered exactly the way you expected. But it means something deeper. It means your heart can still have peace while life is not perfect. This is a very special kind of peace. It is not the peace that comes because everything is easy. It is the peace that comes because God is near. Anyone can feel calm when life is comfortable. But spiritual peace is different. Spiritual peace stays even when the situation is difficult. It whispers to your heart, "You are not alone. God is still with you. This season will not last forever. Keep trusting. Keep walking. Keep praying." The world may not understand this peace, because the world thinks peace means no problems. But faith teaches us that peace means God's presence inside the problems. Imagine a person going through a painful season. They do not have all the answers. They are waiting. They are tired. They are confused. But every night they pray. They cry before God. They surrender the pain. And slowly, even before the situation changes, their heart begins to feel lighter. They still have questions, but they also have peace. They still have problems, but they also have God. That is the power of putting God first. God may not explain everything immediately, but He can calm your heart. God may not remove the storm immediately, but He can sit with you inside the storm. God may not show the whole path, but He can give light for the next step. And sometimes that is enough. Just the next step, just today's strength. Just one more prayer, just one more breath, just one more moment of faith. A life with God teaches you that you do not need to control everything to be at peace. You do not need to understand everything to trust. You do not need everyone to stay in your life to feel loved. You do not need the world to approve you to know your worth. Because your peace is not coming from perfect situations. Your peace is coming from God. So when problems come, do not run away from God. Run toward Him. When your heart is heavy, talk to Him. When your mind is confused, ask Him for wisdom. When you feel alone, remember His presence. When you feel weak, ask for strength. When you feel broken, give Him the pieces. Because God is not only the God of your happy days, He is also the God of your difficult nights. He is with you when you are smiling. He is with you when you are crying. He is with you when life makes sense. He is with you when nothing makes sense. That is why putting God first is so powerful. It gives your soul a home. It gives your pain a place to rest. It gives your life a deeper hope. And it reminds you of this peaceful truth. Even when life is not perfect, God is still present. And where God is present, peace is possible. My friends, putting God first is not only something we say, it is something we live. It is the way we wake up, the way we think, the way we make decisions, the way we face fear, the way we handle pain, the way we chase dreams, the way we treat people, and the way we walk through life. When you put God first, you are saying, "God, my life belongs to you. My plans belong to you. My dreams belong to you. My worries belong to you. My future belongs to you." This does not mean life will always be easy. You may still face storms. You may still have questions. You may still walk through lonely seasons. You may still wait for answers. But you will not walk alone. Because when God is first, your heart has a place to rest. Your soul has a source of strength. Your mind has a light to follow. And your life has a higher purpose. The world will always tell you to chase more. More success, more attention, more money, more approval, more control. But God quietly reminds your heart. Come closer to me. Trust me. Walk with me. Let me lead you. And that is where real peace begins. Not when everything becomes perfect, but when your heart finally stops fighting God's will. So surrender your plans. Trust God's purpose. Pray for divine protection. Ask Him for strength. Talk to Him daily. Let Him lead your day. Do not chase the world more than you chase God. And remember, life is short. Do not waste it living far from the one who created you. Live with faith. Live with humility. Live with gratitude. Live with love. Live with prayer. Live with God in the center of your heart. Because when God is first, success cannot make you proud. Failure cannot destroy you. Fear cannot control you. People cannot define you. And problems cannot steal your peace completely. You may bend, but you will not break. You may cry, but you will still rise. You may feel weak, but God will give you strength. You may not understand the whole road, but God will guide your next step. So today, make a simple promise in your heart. God, I choose you first. Before my fear, I choose you. Before my plans, I choose you. Before the world, I choose you. Before everything, I choose you. And when you live like that, your life becomes different. Your heart becomes softer. Your spirit becomes stronger. Your decisions become wiser. Your peace becomes deeper. Because a life with God is never empty. A life with God is never meaningless. A life with God is never truly alone. Put God first, not only in your words, but in your choices, in your habits, in your thoughts, in your dreams, in your pain, in your success, and in every new day He gives you. Because when God leads your life, your heart finds peace. And when your heart finds peace in God, the world cannot easily take it away.